What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Georgia State Dynasty. And I gotta apologize, guys. My software cut this video out here. That cut off the first part of the first quarter here. We're down here, second and goal. Ridgeway play action is gonna fire, and off the hands of Wilson, almost picked off. I still can't figure out this software. I'm gonna test it again. But here on third and goal, Stephen Leach gonna get the carry and the touchdown. And Georgia State goes up 7-0 over number 5 South Carolina here on the road. And we have a studio update. LSU, number 24 in the country, they beat Auburn 21-17. And unranked Florida 56-27 over number 21 Missouri. So back to our game and back to the issues with the recording. I thought I had it fixed. I had a couple gameplays or tests that I did that were over 2 hours, and those worked fine, unless I'm using the wrong version of the beta. But and this one came in at about 1 hour 45 minutes, and it froze and cut off the first part of it. So I'm gonna have to test some more and get in contact with Elgato to figure out what's going on. If you have any ideas why the HD60 and the software, it's version 2.1 something or something for the Mac, does this, how to fix it, let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. So leave that down here. But we get the stop against South Carolina on their first attempt on offense. We get the ball back here. We try a screenplay to Terrence Flynn. It only goes for 2 yards. I'm not sure why we did that play. There was no one there to block for him. Though Ridgeway here is going to find Gavin Bostic for a 10-yard reception. That gives the Panthers a first down. 2nd and 2, and Nick Daniels in the game now in the backfield, taking this carry up towards midfield. A gain of 8 and another Panthers first down. 1st and 10, handoff to Leach, and Leach is getting the corner here, and he's going to get the first down, taken down by his shoestrings. And Georgia State running the ball very well here in the first quarter. Handoff to Leach now, and Leach finding holes up the middle and gaining 13. Winding down this first quarter, Georgia State pushing the tempo here. Another handoff to Leach, and Leach up the middle finds running room and down close to the 10, a gain of 15. And Stephen Leach over 100 yards here in the first quarter, 102 and a touchdown. And at the end of one, Georgia State's on top, 7-0.
7-0.
Georgia State knocking on the door as we start the second quarter. Zach Bell in the game at tailback, and he is going to go for a short gain of 3 up the middle as you take another look at that one. 3rd and 9 now for the Panthers. Ridgeway from the shotgun will have lots of time here. Fire wide open. Terrence Flynn in the back of the end zone. And Ridgeway 5 for 6 for 46 yards and a touchdown on the day. And the Panthers, the number 1 team in the country, up 14-0 over the number 5 team on the road here in South Carolina. Josh Hines getting this reception for 6 yards. 3rd down, and Sheldon Armstrong is going to take off here, and he's going to pick up the first down. 15 yards up towards midfield. 1st and 10. Armstrong back to pass. Trying to take off again, but he is wrapped up for the sack. A loss of 6 by Junior Johnson. 3rd and long now, and Armstrong trying to set up screen. He does. Gets it to Justin Reed, but it is snuffed out. A loss of 5, and Georgia State's going to get the ball back. Already up by a couple touchdowns into South Carolina territory. Ridgeway scrambles out left, tries to fire, but he's hit, and he's fumbling the ball, and it's picked up by South Carolina. They desperately need to get points off this takeaway. Can they do it? Armstrong going to take off and keep it up the middle and pick up the first down. It's a gain of 16. 1st and 10 now inside Georgia State territory. Armstrong going to fire this one, and it's caught by Bryant right at the sideline there. A gain of 10. 1st and 10 now just outside the red zone. Armstrong going to take off here again. He's got the first down, and he's inside the 5, and he falls down into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Sheldon Armstrong all over the quarterback run today. And South Carolina down now by only a touchdown as Georgia State takes over with just over a minute to go. Terrence Flynn's going to grab this one for 18. 1st and 10 towards midfield. Play action. Ridgeway, lots of time here, rolls out to his right, fires on the run, and finds Matt Terry for a 13-yard gain and another first down. Later on, 2nd and 7, and Ridgeway is going to fire this one on deep to the end zone, double coverage, but Gavin Bostic will come down with a reception and the touchdown, 41 yards, and Georgia State's going to put a touchdown on the board right before half, making it 21-7. South Carolina will start the second half with the ball down by 14. Handoff to Reed, and Justin Reed's going to break a couple tackles here and end up gaining 9. Looking at those halftime stats, Georgia State pretty balanced. 135 on the air, 136 on the ground, and the defense holding South Carolina to under 150 in that first half. 2nd and 1, Armstrong will pump fake, and he will go down. The pressure will get to him. Sacked for a loss of 7 by Brandon Smith. 3rd and long now, and Armstrong going to pass here and find Hines wide open. Where was the coverage? Hines makes that reception for 14 and a first down. Later on, it's 2nd and 10, and Armstrong's going deep, but it's picked off by Fred Horn, and this one returned inside the 40 of South Carolina. What can Georgia State do here? 2nd and 8, hand off to Zach Bell, getting outside and picking up the first down, a gain of 9. 1st and 10, Stephen Leach back in at tailback will get the carry, bounces off one tackle but is wrapped up, but there's a flag on the play. That one is going to be a face mask. That will give Georgia State a first down. Inside the 10 now, 3rd and 3, Ridgeway will fire. Andre Roberts with the catch, and he gets the end zone. It's actually Andrew Roberts, not Andre. And Georgia State extends their lead 28-7 after the extra point. South Carolina takes over 2nd and long. Armstrong going to dump it off to Hines, and Hines makes his way close to the first down marker, just inches short. And on 3rd and inches, they're going to hand it off to Justin Reed. He has the first down, but he bounces off his own defender, or his own offensive lineman, behind the first down marker, and they have to punt. Georgia State takes over. Ridgeway back to pass, and wide open Reggie Frazier cannot make the catch. Ridgeway stood in there and took the hit, and Frazier couldn't get the reception. 3rd and 17, they're going to go to the screen play to Leach, and Leach only gains 2, and Georgia State has to punt. South Carolina takes over. Armstrong going to take off on another QB keeper, and he's going to pick up 16 yards. Sheldon Armstrong, we need to keep a spy on you. 1st and 10, he's going to take off again, and again it's a first down run inside the 40 of Georgia State, a gain of 17. 1st and 10, he's going to take off again, but this time we have defenders there, and he's going down in the backfield. Thomas Hendricks with the tackle. 2nd and long now, and Armstrong's going to pass to the sideline, and it's caught. Andrew Pearson with the catch, and it was a pick play there, it looked like. 3rd and 12 later in this drive, and Reed up the middle will make a nice carry of 10 yards, but short of the first down marker, and they'll kick a field goal at the end of 3. Georgia State still on top, 28-10. 4th quarter, Georgia State has the ball, up by 3 scores. Can they hang on? Ridgeway on 3rd down will find Terrence Flynn for the reception up towards the 40. It's a first down for the Panthers. Ridgeway now on 1st down will keep the ball, take off and fire on the run, and wide open Andrew Roberts downfield breaking tackles and getting down to the 12, a gain of 49. As you take another look at this one, Ridgeway's throw on the run spot on, and Andrew Roberts able to shake off that first tackle attempt, and he gets down inside the red zone. 2nd and 8, Ridgeway, good protection, fires, and Flynn goes up and grabs that one for the touchdown. Georgia State goes on top 35-10. South Carolina, 2nd and 1 as they take over, and Powers will make the reception up to the 45, a gain of 12. From near midfield, Armstrong trying to set up screen, decides to take off, breaks 1, 2, tackles, has the first down, breaks 3, breaks 4, and the 5th guy will get him even though he's down inside the red zone, and a face mask penalty will put him inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. Armstrong hands off to Reed, and Reed will gain about 3 down to the 7. 2nd and goal. Armstrong back to pass here. He's going to fire. It's caught by Reed, and Reed tackled into the end zone for the touchdown. And South Carolina not going away, not making it easy for Georgia State as we have a studio update. Number 14, Ole Miss, going up against Texas A&M. They get the victory 24-20. This one may come down to this onside kick. Can Georgia State recover? Andrew Roberts does indeed cover it. And what can they do with the ball here? Ridgeway going to hand it off to Stephen Leach, who hasn't done much since that first quarter. Over 100 yards in the first quarter. Since then, less than 50. 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Zach Bell, and Bell finds a running lane and a first down for Georgia State. Later in the drive, it's 2nd down and 18. Ridgeway working from the shotgun. He's going to take off here out to the right, downfield and out of bounds after a gain of 13. 3rd and 5. Can Georgia State keep the drive alive? Ridgeway, good blocking, finds Reggie Frazier, and he will hold on to this one. Ridgeway had to thread the needle there. 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Leach, and he's going to cut it back up in the middle, and he's inside the 5, down to the 3. It's a gain of 10. 2nd down and goal now for the Panthers, and Stephen Leach is going to cap this drive off with a touchdown. 4 carries, 22 yards on that drive for Stephen Leach. And Georgia State, that will seal it for them. They're going to take this one today on the road. Jonathan Ridgeway, your player of the game. 228, 4 touchdowns, and 16 yards on the ground. And Georgia State gets another victory on the road in the SEC against number 5 South Carolina, 42-17. We take a look at other games around the country this week now, and Cincinnati downs Memphis 38-14. Taking a look at the stats from our game today, 206 on the ground, 100 of those yards, more than half those yards coming in the first quarter, 228 through the air. Jonathan Ridgeway, he had a spectacular day, 4 touchdowns, as I didn't put up the players of the game for some reason. But Georgia State, now the new number 1 in the BCS. Instead of being tied, they are the definitive number 1 in the BCS with that top 5 victory. That's their 2nd top 5 victory of the year. So coming up next, Georgia State back at home for another top 25 matchup. How many of those have we had this year? I think about half of our schedule has been against top 25 teams. 2 of those against top 5. They're going to be at home in the Georgia Dome against number 12 Vanderbilt. Can Georgia State cap off the season, the regular season undefeated? They have wrapped up the SEC East. Win or lose, they are going to the SEC championship game from what I saw. They will be playing against Ole Miss as far as what I saw too. They are ranked number 14 in the country. So we're going to have to play another top 25 game in the SEC championship game, I believe. We're going to wait for that. I want to hear your comments down below about who stood out to you in today's game. Leave those down there. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Georgia State Dynasty. And as always, you can follow me over on Twitter at MaddenBallerz. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode.